What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mag. So we head down to the Molineux on Sunday for what should be a really good game against the basement dwellers in the Premier League. But of course, the lasses as well play tonight. So before I get into the video, I do want to give a big shout out to the lasses and good luck in the match tonight against West Ham in the FA Cup. Fourth round of the Women's FA Cup, of course. 7:30 kickoff tonight as they play at Gateshead International Stadium. So good luck to the lasses in that one. But let's get into talking about this game against, of course, Wolves. Now, like I say, it's going to be Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. kickoff down at the Molineux. And it's going to be live on Sky Sports, obviously. We are heading to the Midlands to face the basement dwellers. But don't let that table fool you. This is the Premier League. There is no easy games. However, we've already done the double over Burnley this season. Now we'll have the chance to do it to Wolves as well in their own backyard. Listen to this stat. We've played Wolves 21 times in the Premier League and Newcastle have scored in every single one. 21 for 21. The goals are coming. The question is, can we keep them out at the other end? Something that we've been having trouble with this season. As we've seen with a few other games, we've been adapting that Kevin Keegan mentality and we've been banging in more goals than we've been conceded. Now, looking at the news going into this one, Eddie spoke to the media, of course, today on Friday, and it's the usual mixed bag. The good news, of course, Dan Burn and William Masula on Yaring returns, even to the point where William Sula's actually being mentioned that he could maybe play in this game against Wolves. And, you know, we're seeing some positive news there. The bad news is Murphy is out, of course, with what looks to be like a ghost hamstring. I mean, scans can't find it, you know, but he's feeling the pain off of it, so I don't know what's happening there. Shaw was seen put up a social media post, of course, you know, showing his successful operation down in London this week, which is great news for us. You know, he won't be back though, however, until April, so it's quite a bit of time yet before we see Fabs back in selection availability. And Tino Livramento, however, won't be back until March, 8 weeks out for Tino. That is a massive blow to a defence, and you know, we still don't have, you know, dates on the likes of Kraft or the likes of Lascelles. Lascelles, from what we keep hearing from Eddie, is that he is, you know, training and he's training away from the first team, trying to get that, you know, fitness back up to the way we would like it to be. Obviously, he's only ever going to be a backup. The same for Kraft, to be honest, in my opinion as well. There's not really much that can add to the team when they do play. But we are down to the bare bones again. And looking at, you know, a milestone coming up as well for a young local lad, Smiley Miley. I mean, look at this lad, Lewis Miley, playing out of position. He's played multiple positions this season. He's just willing to go in there and play wherever Eddie wants him to play, just to get the minutes, and that is dedication. That shows the passion and the pride that this lad has for this club, and fully understandable. At the end of the day, he's a local lad like the rest of us. You know, he knows what it means to play for this club, and he's willing to do anything he can to play for Newcastle United, even if that means he has to play out of position, in doing a fine job at it as well in the multiple positions that he's played. But if he plays on Sunday, this will be his 50th half-century appearances at the age of 19 years old. That is absolutely mental to think. Just shows how much of a bright future this lad has ahead. And even if the injury room is full at the moment, you know, we're seeing brilliant passion and drive from players like Miley, and that's what we want to see in the team. Now, don't dismiss Wolves, however, you know, they've had 11 defeats in a row, but suddenly they're finding a bit of form. Just seems to be all luck, unfortunately. 5 points out of their last 3 games. and they just put 6 past Shrewsbury in the FA Cup. Watch out for Strand Larsen. The Norwegian hit a hat-trick at the weekend in the FA Cup. And guess what? Obviously, he's already been linked to us in the past, so he will be looking to audition himself in front of Eddie Howe, with even more rumours again circulating that we could be looking at bringing Strand Larsen to St James's Park. The manager in the opposite dugout, of course, is Rob Edwards, formerly of course, Luton. And we know what Edwards is. We know what he can do. Remember when he was with Luton in the Premier League, that 4-4 draw at St James's and that 1-0 loss down at Killingworth Road. He knows how to frustrate with. He knows how to expose weaknesses in with as well. But this is a tactical battle. We have to win. We can't be losing to a basement-dwelling side in the Premier League. And the referee for the game as well will be Sam Barrett. He was the man in charge when we beat Man City 2-1. So maybe he's a lucky charm. However, Paul Tinney is on VAR, so let's hope he stays quiet in the game. And our record at the Molineux is pretty decent, I've got to say. Last year we won 2-1 down there. The 2 years before that was score draws. We always score 3, so we need to be clinical. We need to keep that fire in front of goal at the Molineux, and no more wasted chances like we're seeing in that semi-final first leg against Man City. We can't be doing that in this game against Wolves. But this is a massive opportunity, massive 3 points to keep the pressure on that top 6 in the cartel running the show up there. And can we get the double? I think we can. Or will Rob Edwards come back to haunt with on this? But let us know your thoughts, your score predictions down in the comments below. I'm going for a gritty 2-1 away win. Subscribe to 100% Mags, and how are the lads?